Alright guys, we are trying out the new Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer and Foundation. This is a caffeine concealer and foundation. It's supposed to have full coverage, natural finish. It's $39 for 0.54 fluid ounces. I got this online at Sephora, so I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. And let's go ahead and hop in. Alright, so this is in the shade Medium 230. Also, quick side note, this is very small. This is a 2-in-1 concealer and foundation, but it is only 0.54 fluid ounces. So you might as well say you're paying $40 for this. It would be $80 for 1 fluid ounce, a little over. It'd be 1.08. But I mean, a normal foundation is an ounce. So take that into consideration. This is very expensive for what it is. Even, I mean, $80 for a foundation, and it's Marc Jacobs, yes, but gosh. All right, so we're gonna use this as a foundation. This is what the doe foot looks like. It's shaped differently. It's pointed. I guess it'd be pretty good for concealer. I'm not gonna apply too much. This feels kind of thick, almost gel-like, but it's pretty thick. I am going to dot this all over the skin, blend it out. We'll see what we have. Let me see. I'm going to use a brush first, and then I'll probably go in with a sponge just to really get it into the skin nicely. I don't know. I like the finish of a sponge a lot better. It's seamless, very smoothing. It's blending out nicely. It's definitely got coverage, but I don't think it's like the fullest coverage I've ever seen or anything. You can still see a good bit of my freckles peeking through. I mean, I didn't apply that much, but this is supposed to be full coverage. All right, I'm gonna use the sponge on the nose just because my nose can be very, very weird. So you can definitely shear this out. I don't think I used a very, very minimal amount, but I mean, it went over the skin nicely. But you can still see, look at the nose, you can still see redness, you can see my dark spots, my freckles. I mean, the nose, you can definitely still see the red spot right there from my broken blood vessel. So I wouldn't call this full coverage, especially off the bat. It says it's supposed to cover all of that, caffeine infused. It says fake the extra sleep with a flawless finish. This hydrating, crease resistant formula blends seamlessly to quickly conceal dark circles, blemishes, and redness. Like, it actually says it's going to conceal redness right off the bat, and it doesn't. All over coverage. It works double time as a buildable foundation. So it says natural finish, full coverage. No. I think it's hopefully buildable, but it's definitely not full coverage right off the bat. So let's go ahead, do a second layer on the cheeks and definitely on the nose. I'm only putting more where I need it. I don't want to build everything up because I don't think, you know, I don't need more on the forehead. All right, I'm going to use a sponge, push it in just exactly where I need it. Yeah, it builds up, but it's still not like crazy full coverage at all. All right, so this is 2 layers on the cheeks and nose. It definitely built up, but it is not full coverage. I think it is on the lower end of full coverage. I can still see my redness, and that was with, I mean, that second layer was a good layer. I think it looked pretty to begin with. It's just the claims don't add up for me We are going to use this as concealer. I normally don't like 2-in-1 products for foundation and concealer, but since this one claims to be concealer and foundation, so concealer first, I am going to use it. I normally like my concealer a bit lighter, so I'll probably just powder over top of it with something lighter. I'm going to try to add a little bit more to the nose. It's just not covering that spot like I want it to. I'm going to take a concealer brush and start pushing this in. I'd like to see how it wears on the under eye as well. See if it creases a good bit, how that goes. I mean, it blends out really nicely. It's just not the amount of coverage I was expecting. Like, I was expecting pretty darn full coverage for something that is claiming to be a full coverage concealer and foundation. I mean, concealer, when it claims to be full coverage, I'm expecting some full coverage, like really intense coverage. Okay, I'm going to hop off of here, set the face, do the rest of the face, and we'll be right back to see what we've got. So I was setting the under eyes, and this claims to be crease proof, and that's a big claim, you guys. So where we put it on as concealer, I always put concealer on my eyelids. Look at that. Look at those creases, you guys. Like, that is horribly creased. I mean, way more so than my other concealers. So I would definitely say this is not crease proof, but I want to see how it does around the smile lines. It already does look a little bit heavy on the smile lines, but we'll see how it wears. So I'm going to finish the face and we'll be right back. I had to pop back on here. This is wonderful. Look right here, it's completely broke apart. I don't know why it did that. So I tried adding a little more. I didn't set this side yet, only this side, but it looks terrible right there. It's broken apart. It's very patchy. You can see my skin right through it. Like, what? Why is it doing that? I'm gonna try adding a little bit more. Try to cover that bare spot. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna grab my brush here and try to just push it, but you guys can see it just doesn't want to stay there. I don't know. That's not a normal occurrence for me. I don't have on any different skincare. I don't use a primer, but that looks terrible. It just, for some reason, it will not cover right there. I hope you guys can see it clearly. It's all right here. It will not cover that. Like, it will not stick to the skin. Oh yeah, that looks bad, you guys. I've never had that happen before. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that looks super bad. You guys, I don't know what is going on with it. You see, complete bare spot right there. That's as good as I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna stop fooling with it. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the whole face now and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, so there is something in this my skin is not liking. I removed right here and you can see how red that spot is. Like, it's incredibly red. I'm going to try to leave this on, but no, I'm not gonna leave it on, you guys. It's just too much. I can tell you from wearing it just a little while, I've had it on maybe 20-30 minutes. I don't like the way it looks. It was already heavy in my smile lines. It has already separated up here on my forehead. This whole mess, like I said, I've never had a foundation or concealer do that. So this is a hard pass for me. I mean, one, it's incredibly expensive. You're looking at 80 bucks for a normal fluid ounce because this is $40. It's not full coverage. You have to build it. It starts looking really heavy. This one's not for me. I'm going to remove this. I'm sorry that we didn't get to do a wear test or anything, but I don't want my skin to break out or to have a reaction to it, and it already is a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, I hope you subscribe and click that bell, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.